Today I was thinking that when we were younger, we were so open-hearted and very pure and innocent when it comes to relationships and connections with people. And it was so easy when you were a kid, or at least when I was a kid, making friends with people and just forming connections organically, and also let the connection fall off kind of organically. It just felt, back then, I remember, it just felt easy, it felt natural, it felt like, even when you experience conflict and pain and misunderstandings in connections with people and in, whatever relationship you have with people, it's like, even when you get hurt, you bounce back so fast. It's like, it's not it's not heavy, when you have a fight with a friend. It's like, and then 2 days later, you're friends again. And things like this, it just kind of happen. And, maybe something happened and you're not friends anymore. And then you just find a new friend and sort of get on with it like this. And I don't know since when that, I don't know, like we grow up and it become just difficult. Like, I don't know, you kind of overthink when you encounter people, and you think a lot about, whether this person, what are their intentions, and whether this person is fitting to fit into my life and my schedule, and all of this kind of stuff. And and when you like someone, it's like, it's no longer, I don't know, it used to feel so organic and easy, and you sort of just go with it. And maybe after many times, after years, you realize you kind of just, when you just go with it, you don't think much. That's how, when you were younger, relationships were. And by relationships, I don't really mean just, romantic. I mean all kinds of relationships. You don't think too much and you sort of go for it and just go with it. And I don't know, is it because after many years of doing that and getting hurt and seeing people for the things you didn't see them for initially, the darker things, the more shadow aspects of people, and then we mature in a way where when we get older, there's so much more hesitation, there's so much more considerations, there's so much more just like complicated kind of thinking and considerations involved when we are trying to, or when we are connecting with people, when we are trying to form some kind of connections with someone, or when we felt drawn to some people, and then we think and we consider and we try to figure things out before things happen, and you just get much more complicated and stuck. And I don't know about others, but it seems like that. It seems like there is a song in Chinese, is called I don't know. My God, I hope like I hope somebody Chinese can watch my video. By Sun Yanzi. It's called 天黑黑. It goes 我爱上让我奋不顾身的一个人，我以为这就是我所追求的世界，然而横冲直撞，被误解被骗， 是否承认的世界背后总有残缺 Like I really like that line. It just basically is saying that I sort of goes about things in this sort of the expression is almost like a bull in a china shop kind of way, just sort of going, straight at whatever way that you are going. Like you're just not looking, you're sort of just going in a sort of like irrational way, and then you got misunderstood and you got manipulated and being lied to. And then the lyric asked, is it that the world of the adults always are always so imperfect? I don't know, I'm just thinking that do we really mature, or do we just become more and more guarded and closed off? It's like, I find it is so difficult to keep the childlike aspect alive inside of you as you grow older. And it is, I don't know, maybe I guess maturity is supposed to be, you maybe go through a phase where you are trying to heal from your past pain, and after you healed, you become wiser. You're no longer, innocent and sort of naive in that way, but you're still open to a degree where you're able to form good connections and easy connections. I mean, I guess that's the ideal. But what I've seen is that it just seems like instead of, getting wiser and more mature, a lot of people just become closed off, more and more closed off and calculative and guarded, and yeah. And I wonder, I hope I will meet somebody who sort of come out of the other side and who just keep their inner child alive, but still wise and open, and they're open to get hurt in that way, but wise, but not naive. I mean, I bet there must be a lot of people like this, but I don't think I've ever really met in person somebody who is really like that. It's like, I think the people who I've met as I've grown older and as I, meet people who are older than me, I just feel like somehow it seems that people just become more closed off and guarded. And they overthink. They think a lot and they overthink. And before they go for anything, it's like there is a leap of the heart. It's like when you're interested in something, when you see something you like, when you're drawn to something or suddenly attracted to something, it's like whether it is things or people or events or whatever, there's a leap of heart that you feel. At least as a child, you must have felt that, a leap of heart. It's just like your heart just jump with it, it's just like, oh my god, yay, like that kind of feeling, and it's just so simple and pure and instinctive and beautiful, and just sort of like jump with it. And as a child, it's just like, you just run for it, you just go for it, and you don't think much. You think, what if I get rejected? What if I fail? What if I don't, get my expectation? It's like you don't even think about those things. You just go for it. That's so beautiful. That rawness, that sort of, instinctual kind of pull and drive. But then as you grow older, you just begin to overthink, what if this and what if that, and just sort of, and then this kind of leap of heart. I mean, I felt that certainly as I grew older. You know, it's like I could literally feel the leap of my heart. It's like, and then it's like suddenly, then they get tamed down, it can get pulled back, and you get like, just like this sort of other pressure, you just get like pull back. And I mean, that's a terrible, weighty feeling. And, you know, and I see others do that too. It's like in a moment of a spark, you see something and see like there, like that. And then it's almost like the rational mind kicks in, and their fear and trauma and past hurt and whatever their concern was, the fear from, you know, the negative past experience, they all kicked in, and this person just like, oh, okay, wait, like let me gather myself, and let me be an adult, let me be mature, let me think about this, let me be clear about this, let me be rational about this. I don't know, I think in life we all go through that, and I do think that we're meant to go through that pain, that feeling of disappointment or rejection, and all of it. But I also think that we are meant to come out of the other side and be that wise, childlike, beautiful, open-hearted, still pure-hearted, good intention, brave, courageous person. That we still go with that leap of heart, and go with our instinct, go with that excitement, that initial, you know, instinct that we feel, that it's like we have wisdom, but at the same time it's not concerns generated by fear. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It's like when you have wisdom, when you have deep understanding, and you will do whatever that calls you to do, that you feel a leap of heart with, without fear and concern. It's like you have the wisdom of handling the potential failure, handling the potential disappointment. That's why you won't stop yourself initially by fear and concerns, because fear and concerns, they're not generated by wisdom, right? They're generated, it's like through our past pain and past trauma, we learn things. And we learn things, it's like a lot of the time, instead of becoming wise, we become more concerned, we become more reserved, we become more, you know, we overthink. It's like we're thoughtful, but in a more negative way. So it's almost like all these lessons and negative experiences and painful experiences, let's not say negative experiences, let's just say experiences that are heavy, that we have processed, that are supposed to teach us something. Instead of birthing wisdom from this experience, what we get is more fear, more concern, instead of wisdom, instead of transcending that fear and concern into wisdom. And I do think it's a stage thing. Like the first stage, as a child, you're so open, you're like, you know, you're so open to all kinds of experiences. And then you get hurt through all this. It's like you have to first have all of this openness for you to experience all the hurt that you're supposed to experience. because through those hurt, you can begin to learn things. And then there's a period where you're learning things intensely. You're trying to figure things out. You're trying to understand. And then after this phase, and then the third stage is where you can have wisdom coming out of this. You're still lighthearted and open-hearted. You still leap onto things. You still do crazy things. And you are not afraid anymore. You are not afraid because you know you have the wisdom, you have the balance to handle it, to handle the potential failure and disappointment. And probably during the second phase where you're just trying to learn the lesson from your trauma, just getting out of those trauma, just trying to heal those trauma. Maybe in the second phase, you are a little bit closed off. Maybe you are a little bit kind of like, careful when it comes to people and new experiences. And maybe after this second phase, then you can get to the third phase where you transcend all these fear and concern and trauma. And then you become wise. Then you become this sort of figure where you still act like a child, but you don't really respond as a child anymore. So you act on things like a child. You look like you're very childlike at heart, but when something hit you, your response is no longer like a child, where you feel just pain and hurt. Your response will be wise and understanding and kind of lighthearted and carefree. I think that's the ideal that we should be working on. God, whoever, if this video ever get watched by somebody, I hope that you become wise instead of wounded. I hope that the child within you never dies. I hope the child within you never dies. I hope you are always brave enough to be open to new experiences. And still have the courage to say that, this time it could be different. It doesn't have to be the same trauma reappearing in your life over and over again. It doesn't have to be that way. Life doesn't have to be that way. You deserve good things. You deserve good things, your open heart, your pure heart, your leap of heart, all of your beautiful wishes. They deserve a place here. They deserve to be fulfilled. You deserve those beauty. You deserve fulfillment. And it doesn't have to be. Continue to be open. It doesn't have to be just bad things, one bad thing after another. things must change. It will change. It is changing. And I hope and I know you will have the courage to say that, because I am changing. So whenever I encounter a new situation, it is a new situation. It doesn't have to be a repetition of the past. And if the same bad thing happen again, even if that happen again, I know I'll have the courage to get up once again, because I've done it so many times before. So I know that I have the courage to stand up again, to face whatever life is throwing at me. Because I know I've done it by myself so many times, so this time, even if the same negative thing happen, I will just stand up once again. What's the problem, right? You will be able to do it again, even if it hurts. And even if it is the same negative thing repeating itself again, then you will still learn. You will still learn something new this time. You will deepen your knowledge of this specific wound, specific trauma. You will deepen your knowledge of this specific thing once again. You will understand yourself and others and life even deeper this time, even if you get hurt. And God knows, if you don't, if this time things are different, then hey, it means that you have really changed something about yourself. And how admirable is that? We don't know, right? Life is an open question with no answer. That's it for today. I know you are so courageous, so brave, so bright. I know you will overcome anything, and I know you. If you don't have it now, you will have the courage to try again, to change again, to do it again, to let your heart leap and follow that leap of heart again. In whatever you do, or whoever you meet. And yeah, whatever is the thing on your mind, whatever you want to leap to, do it.